Hey, here it is, Tyler. We're going to give people
here.
a minute or two. Running a little bit late. I'm usually the one that's late, but
I know.
with all this kind of stuff, we're going to talk about Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
we
we
haven't seen it,
No.
but this begins with you. This first live stream ever begins with you because we want to know, have you seen it yet? It's Friday. It actually came out yesterday. Technically, today they say is the release date.
I don't understand release logic.
I know they say that it releases today, but actually it was in theaters yesterday. So
when we had midnight
we'll see if we can get some comments from people on that. But I was very impressed with the trailer. I can't wait to see it.
I'm excited. I read one review and I shouldn't have.
Okay. Good or bad?
It says it starts off strong.
Okay.
And then kind of computers.
We want to know what you think. Have you seen it? Are you going this weekend?
Are you excited to see it?
I'm really excited to see it because I was a little kid when this came out. We talked about that before.
One of the great, was it 1984,
I believe.
Same year Dune released.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We did a lot of.
If you don't remember when Dune released,
yeah, I know. But it's Friday night. People are busy hanging out and whatever. They're not going to really probably let us know what they're doing tonight here. But
they're
if
probably
somebody
watching
wants
Ghostbusters right now.
Yeah, I hope so.
Friday nights are a great time to watch movies.
But Friday nights are what's good for us to really figure out how to talk about movies because we do this because of the love of movies. I have a collection of movies in the thousands, 1,500 probably easily.
Yeah, I can believe it.
And VHS from back in the 80s even, and films
Get your pencils out.
Right. films that were I like films from the 60s like the James Bond stuff. And so it's great. Just having fun.
Yeah.
Because we can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about Ghostbusters? It's most of the original cast with it too, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think it's not doing very well.
No. It kind of reminds me of
for today.
Right.
They have yesterday's numbers and so far today's numbers, but it's not doing very well.
No, and I don't think it will. It kind of reminds me of Jurassic World 3 when they decided to bring all the different old cast back. And then the issue that movie had was it basically was telling two stories in one movie when they should have just focused on
that.
One.
Right. Yeah.
Hopefully they figure it out for this movie, but we'll see.
It is interesting that they did this. The cast is interesting. I don't know.
And Oswald, they added to it, which is odd.
Yeah,
it's a pretty big cast. Like I understand if you're adding villains and stuff.
Are you trying to bring in like I don't know. Are you trying to bring in somebody like him to get his genre of? I don't know. I didn't understand it.
Yeah, what is?
Well, he's that kind of a comedian, I guess. So
I feel the same kind of crowd. Like Paul Rudd has that realm, and probably a little
but he's not a stand-up.
That's true.
He's comedic, but
we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. So first live stream ever. How bad are we screwing it up? Let us know.
Scale of 1 to 10, you can give us 100.
Probably be a -100, y'all, but we get that. Should we dive into what we watched?
Yeah,
we're gonna do a spoiler. We're gonna do Arthur the King.
Arthur the King.
Yeah,
sounds like a Yoda version way of saying.
Right, exactly.
Arthur the King, he is.
That wasn't very good. Keep working on that.
I know.
Not on camera, but
no.
So
a Muppet.
we don't have anybody monitoring our audio and everything like that. So if somebody can text me, I see between the different streaming areas that we're on, we have says a couple dozen people here. So
thank you.
I don't know if that's quite right, but it's at 20 right now. So I don't know. I thought it would be minus
double
20.
Digits.
But Arthur the King, I didn't want to go see it. And I'll be honest with you, Tyler. I read a lot about it. I listened to a podcast about it. I tried to listen to a couple of podcasts about it, but they didn't have much on it.
No.
I was gonna fake my way through this.
Were you really?
I was really tempted. I don't think I really would have.
Yeah.
But I was like,
You were just that not excited for it?
I just wasn't, because Mark Wahlberg, while he is solid,
Not
he is
phenomenal.
predictable.
Yeah. He plays the
It's-
same character every single film.
Yeah. He's solid. I do like his style.
Yeah.
But it's extremely predictable.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get. And you're going to get a solid performance.
Based
you're
on
gonna
a true
get,
story.
Right. You're going to get a, it's
He's been doing
solid.
a lot of like, I feel like more based on a true story recently. Or maybe not.
You think The Family Plan was based on a true story?
You know, it could have been. That's CGI. You can't make
really
that
sure. Up. I don't know. It's interesting because they say that it's pretty accurate to the story, the real story, and things like that. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. Has anybody seen it that's out there watching? We would like to know. Tell us what you think.
This is a movie that I saw the trailer for, and because it was based off of a true story, I figured Megan would really enjoy. And I was not wrong.
Yeah, she enjoyed it, huh?
She did enjoy it.
Yeah.
She was pretty. In no means is a thriller film. But
we'll go into depth on this too, just so everyone's aware. We'll go on in yourself. We'll go record this later.
Yeah.
And make sure that we
can spoil the heck out of it.
Yeah, we'll spoil the heck out of it.
Because I love spoiling. Here's the thing I can say without spoiling it, because it was all over advertisement, is that the dog wasn't going to die.
I thought the dog was going to get taken by a shark or something. Like that. Jaws was coming up. I know they should have. That should have been
had the tail fin of the. What did sharks have? Do they have tail fins? What are their little bottom fins called?
Yeah, that's
Endorphins? Endorphins.
It's a bottom fin.
Yeah, that's what I would mentally think of it.
Yeah.
But I can say that because I thought that was bad advertisement choice. I understand why they did it, because nobody likes watching movies about dogs dying, and that's what happens in 70% of them, happening less frequently now in newer films.
Yeah, they're killing all the people and not the animals.
Right. And we don't feel bad about that.
I know.
The dog dies, man. Get a GoFundMe going. But I thought the dog was still going to die at the end. I told Megan that this dog is not going to die, because that's what I saw in the advertisement. And I got to the end, I was like,
well, they said they were worried about people that with kids that it was very family friendly.
It was.
I mean,
another Mark
there was
Wahlberg trait.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
very family friendly. There was no reason to not take. I don't even think.
But even if the dog dies at the end, still kid friendly. Milo Notice. What's the one where the dog eats everything with Owen Wilson?
Yes, I don't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
I remember thinking at the end of that film, it was a happy ending because the dog lived a good life. But apparently, people cried at the end of that film.
Yeah, well, Old Yeller.
Or the Redfern grows.
Yeah.
It's going to bother me.
Where does it grow?
Film. Where it grows, I assume would be the ground.
Oh,
could be a greenhouse. Are ferns not normally red? Are there different colored ferns?
I don't care. Not today, at least.
I think you should. Kid.
Maybe not ever.
Huh. I have never thought about that before.
I thought that the way it went was they handled it very well. Because you knew everything in the film. You knew what was going to happen ahead of time. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons why I didn't want it, it's like the Titanic. I mean, the freaking boat sinks.
Well, here's the thing. It got a sequel. The real Titanic never got a sequel.
Well, that's true.
Except I do think they're making a new one now. That's besides the point.
Yeah, stay on track here.
What was the track?
I don't know.
You were talking about
predictability in it, and that's why I didn't want to go see it, because you knew how it ended. They made it clear it was family friendly in that respect, that there's no gruesome death for the dog.
But here's the thing: morals are good. And teaching those tough life lessons in a movie is good for a child.
I absolutely agree with that. And that is real life.
Yeah.
In this case, the dog didn't die.
Yeah.
For
That's
real.
True. That's true.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why they had to put that in the advertisement, I guess.
Yeah, that's where I was like.
And what they were, the trailer or whatever. But
and then they waited a whole 18 months. Remember, like, it went black and said 18 months later.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, 18 months is a very weird time span.
Right.
Could have said, at that point, I would have just gone 2 years or any other thing rather than like a year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So, anyway.
Marley and Me.
There you go.
That's what it's called.
Can we focus here?
Hey,
I mean,
we were talking about that previously. And that was me getting focused to a previous conversation we had.
That's what talking about movies is like. Like, one of the big criticisms that I get in the email, which is what?
Legit Q at mattysmoviemix.com.
Yeah, if you don't want to like comment publicly or something, you can do that. So anyway, the one of the biggest comments, the most frequent comments I should say we get is we don't fight on things enough.
I know,
which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that it's not a real critical type setup. Yeah. We don't do things that are extremely critical. In other words, we're not tearing things apart just simply to tear them apart to get somebody to watch it. I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
I care about the conversation. Like, if I don't like it, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some scores that our weird scoring system down in the 1.7s or whatever it was.
I do.
Those
were movies that I picked.
This is true. And some of your low scores too, no doubt, would be the movies that I pick.
That's right.
So fair.
I will say you're a lot more lenient of watching musicals than what I am for horror films.
Yeah, Alien Romulus. You ready for it?
That's a thriller, isn't it? I liked. How does it compare to the movie Predator? Is it similar?
I have no idea because I haven't seen it. It's not out yet.
Okay, well, let's go to, like, if you were just basing off of.
I would say it's much more gruesome than Predator.
That's too bad. Do they make the weird clicking noises? I like the weird clicking noises.
Yeah, we'll have to find out.
Yeah, Predator guy right here.
We could do a live reaction.
Yeah, get the catheter ready. Oh, Romulus.
Yeah. So anyway,
are those movies set in the future, or are they set?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen an Alien movie. I mean, it's been a very long time.
Sounds good. I haven't seen any of them.
Really?
That's for fact.
It's kind of gross.
The thing I remember, the jokes, is a thing coming out of people's bellies.
Yeah,
because they hatch eggs.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You'll have to watch it.
Yeah,
that would be fun to have a reaction.
That's with Sigourney, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, like 40 years ago or whatever, more probably. I don't know. Was it in the
probably
late
1984?
70s? No, I think it was late. Might have been the late 70s. We'll have to look. Anyway, It doesn't matter. But back on what I was saying is the conversation to me is what is so much more fun than just like standing and looking at the camera and being critical of a movie because whatever. And I want to know what other people think.
Where the boom went in.
So I love getting. I love hearing from people.
Yeah.
What they think of it. I love chatting with people about that. So that's what it's for. So what do you think? First live stream, we're at like 14 minutes and 12 seconds.
Now it's 13 or 14.
Should we wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
And then we'll get into the recording of Arthur the King. And then next week we'll get it,
Did I ever tell you my joke about rappers?
Let's hear it.
You know where rappers belong? In the garbage.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
That's right.
Do you remember that you didn't know who that was?
I do remember that because that was
I
based
showed
off
you that
of
video.
My life.
Right.
Yeah. It was so funny.
That was funny. The look on your face was hilarious.
Pretty amazed.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You guys got talent. He's got range. But with that, yes, I agree.
All right, we'll wrap it up, folks. LegitQ at mattysmoviemix.com. If you don't want to send a public comment, tell us what you think of our first ever live stream and how brutal we destroyed everything.
Okay. I was going to say, is that the end of the sentence? This is the first time. All right. Peace.